Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare Ram
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare Ram Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna.
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Nam Nam Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Hare.
Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Krishna,
Hare Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Hare, Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare,
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare, Krishna 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 Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna. Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna. Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare, Krishna Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna.
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Ram 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 Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Nam
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Nam
Ram,
Nam
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram 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 Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Nam Nam Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 nam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Nam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna.
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna.
Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna.
Hare 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 Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram.
Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Ram
Hare Rama,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Rama,
Ram,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Rama,
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Rama,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Shri
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Hare
Hare
Prabhu
Hare, Hare
Rama,
Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Shri
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Advaita
Krishna,
Krishna,
Gadadhara
Hare
Krishna
Srivasa
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Rama,
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Rama,
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Rama,
Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare. Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare,
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare 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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
and
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
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 Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna.
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna.
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, 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 Ram,
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare.
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Ram, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
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 Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare.
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Ram,
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna.
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram, Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna.
Ram,
Ram, Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare Hare.
Ram, Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Krishna
Prabhu
Hare Hare
Nityananda
Ram
Shri
Ram Ram
Advaita
Ram Hare
Gadadhar
Krishna Hare
Shivasati
Krishna
Gaura
Krishna Krishna
Bhakta
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare 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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare,
Ram Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna, Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare,
Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
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 Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram
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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
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 Hare
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 Hare Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
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 Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram 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 Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna Hare 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 Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Jai
Ram
Shri
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare
Chaitanya
Hare
Prabhu
Krishna
Nityanand
Hare Krishna
Shri
Krishna
Advaita
Krishna
Gadadhar
Hare Hare
Srivasadi
Hare
Gaura
Hare Ram
Bhaktavrinda
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare Ram Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare
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 Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
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 Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare
Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
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 Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
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 Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare, Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
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 Hare, Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare,
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna
Hare
Shri
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Shri
Ram
Hare
Ram
Chaitanya,
Hare,
Prabhu
Hare
Nityananda,
Krishna Hare
Shri
Hare
Advaita
Ram Hare
Gadadhar
Ram, Ram Ram Hare
Sivasadi
Hare,
Gaura
Krishna
Hare
Bhaktaprinda,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram, Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Ram Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Ram Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare.
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
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 Ram Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram
Hare
Ram,
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare.
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna.
Hare Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare.
Hare
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram,
Hare Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Ram Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
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 Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
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 Hare. Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Hare
Ram
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 Krishna,
Ram
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Ram
Hare
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram, Ram,
Ram
Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare.
Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram
Hare
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 Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
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 Krishna
Hare.
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Ram Ram
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna
Hare
Nitya Nitya
Ram,
Hare
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 Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare.
Krishna Krishna Hare
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 Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram Hare
Ram,
Ram
Ram,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare.
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna Krishna,
Ram
Hare Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
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 Ram, Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare Ram
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare
Hare
Ram Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare Ram Ram
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare, Hare
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Ram, Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Ram
Krishna
Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
Hare Ram
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Krishna,
Ram
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Ram
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Radha,
Prabhuji
Krishna,
yes, Hare Krishna. We'll read
Hare
Hare Krishna
Bhagavatam.
Prabhuji
I was thinking we'll read the translation of one chapter every day from the Bhagavatam. Maybe we'll start with the first, just to get a flow. We already read the purports of all these verses. We can just, what do you think? Is that a good idea? Doing maybe 10 minutes or so.
For this chapter of Chitraketu Maharaj
Means like no, we'll start from the beginning. We'll just read the
Canto 1
canto one, just the translation and the verses, just like
Okay,
how we read
yeah,
Bhagavad Gita.
yeah.
So every day, yeah. So we can read one. So let's start with chapter one of canto one. Yeah, we can read 10 verses. So I'll do 10. I mean, everybody will not maybe get chance, but or I can just read whichever way you want. Okay, the first verse. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Janmadiyasya yato anvayaditaratasya chartheshu abhigna swarat tene brahma hridayadi kavaye muyanti yat suraya tejo varimritam yatha vinimayo yatra sargo mrisha damna svena sada nirastakuhakam satyam param dhimahi. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, all pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes of the creation, sustenance and destruction of the manifested universe. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations. And he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion, as one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen in fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Shri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. Okay. Maybe we can read five verses. Dharma projita kaitavatro paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatrayon Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kimva Parerishvara Sadyo Ridhi Avarutyati Atra Kritibi Shushrubi Tatshanat. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavad Puran propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. Nigamakalpataror galitam phalam sukham mukhad amrita darva sanyutam pibat bhagavatam rasam alayam muhuraho rasika bhuvi bhavuka. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desired tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Shukdev Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Nemishe nimisha kshetre rishaya shaunakadaya satram swargaya lokaya sahasrasavam asrata. Once in a holy place in the forest of Naimisharanya, great sages headed by the sage Shaunak assembled to perform a great 1,000-year sacrifice for the satisfaction of Lord and his devotees. Shaunak Rishi and all the sages. Ta ekada tu munayo pratar huta hutang hutagnayah satkritam sutam asinam paprachuridam adarat. One day, after finishing their morning duties by burning a sacrificial fire and offering a seat of esteem to Srila Sutta Goswami, the great sages made inquiries with great respect about the following matters. Okay, so somebody can read the 5 verses, next 5 verses.
Thank you, Lord. Rishya Vacha Ucha ऊचु त्वया खलु पुराणानि सेतिहासानि चानघ आख्यातानि अपि अधीतानि धर्मशास्त्राणि यानि उत्या. The sages said, "Respected Sutta Goswami, you are completely free from all vice. You are well versed in all the scriptures famous for religious life, and in the Puranas and the histories as well, for you have gone through them under proper guidance and have also explained them. Yani Veda Vedam Sheshto Bhagwan Badrayana Anye cha Munaya Sutta Paravara Vido Vidhu." Being the eldest learned Vedantist, O Sutta Goswami, you are acquainted with the knowledge of Vyasadeva, who is the incarnation of Godhead, and you also know other sages who are fully versed in all kinds of physical and metaphysical knowledge. Ete tvam saumya tat sarvam tatvatastad anugrahat bruhuyu snitayasya shishyasya Guruvo Goyamape Uta. And because you are submissive, your spiritual masters have endowed you with all the favors bestowed upon a gentle disciple. Therefore, you can tell us all that you have scientifically learned from them. Tatra tatranjasa yushman bhavata yad vinishchitam pumsam ekantatah shreyas tanna samchitum arhasi. Please, therefore, being blessed with many years, explain to us in any easily understandable way what you have ascertained to be the absolute and ultimate good for the people in general. Prayanalpashya sabhya kalavasmin yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya padrita. O learned one, in this iron age of Kali, men almost always have but short lives. They are quarrelsome, lazy, misguided, unlucky, and above all, always disturbed. Next.
I can read next 5. भूरिनि भूरि कर्माणि श्रोतव्यानि विभागशः अतः साधु अत्र यत्सारं समुद्धृत्य मनीषया ब्रूहि भद्राय भूतानां येनात्मसु प्रसीदति. There are many varieties of scriptures, and in all of them there are many prescribed duties which can be learned only after many years of study in their various divisions. Therefore, O says, please select the essence of all these scriptures and explain it for the good of all living beings, that by such instruction their hearts may be fully satisfied. Sutajanasi bhadram te Bhagwan Sattvatam Patihi Devakya Vasudevasya Jato Yasya Chikirshaya. All blessings upon you, O Sutta Goswami. You know for what purpose the personality of Godhead appeared in the womb of Devaki as the son of Vasudeva. Tatra na shushrumananam arhasi anganu varnitum yasyavataro bhutanam shemaya cha bhavaya cha. O Sutta Goswami, we are eager to learn about the personality of Godhead and his incarnations. Please explain to us those teachings imparted by the previous masters, acharyas, for one is uplifted both by speaking them and by hearing them. Apanna samshrutim ghoram yannam vivasho grinam tata sadhyo vimuccheta yad bibheti swayam bhayam. Living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy name of Krishna, which is feared by fear personified. Yet Pad Samashraya Sutta Munaya Prashmanaya Sadhya Punanti Upashrishta Swardhuni Apo Anusevaya. O Sutta, those great sages who have completely taken shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord can at once sanctify those who come in touch with them, whereas the water of Ganges can sanctify it only after prolonged use.
Okay, I can do. Others may not be able to do. को वा भगवतस्त्स्य पुण्यश्लोकेद्य कर्मणा Shuddhi kamo na shrunayad yasha kali malapaham. Who is there desiring deliverance from the vices of the age of quarrel? Who is not willing to hear the virtuous glories of the Lord? Tasya karmani udarani parigitani suribhi bruhina shraddha dhananam leelaya dadata kalaha. His transcendental acts are magnificent and gracious, and great learned sages like Narada sing of them. Please therefore speak to us, who are eager to hear about the adventures he performs in his various incarnations. Atakyahi Harir Dhiman Avatara Katha Shubha Lila Vidadhata Svairam Ishwarasyatma Mayaya. O wise Suta, please narrate to us the transcendental pastimes of the Supreme Godhead's multi-incarnations. Such auspicious adventures and pastimes of the Lord, the Supreme Controller, are performed by His internal powers. Vayam tuna pitripyama uttamashloka vikrame yashrinvatam rasagyanam swadu swadu pade pade. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with Him relish hearing of His pastimes at every moment. Kritavan kila karmani saha ramena keshava atimartyani bhagavan guda kapata manusha. Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, along with Balram, played like a human being. And so masked, he performed many superhuman acts. Okay, I'll just finish it.
Yeah.
Or you want to finish? You can finish.
कलिम् आगतम् अज्ञाय क्षेत्रेऽस्मिन् वैष्णवे वयम् आसीना दीर्घ सत्रेण कथायं सक्षणा हरे. Knowing well that the age of Kali has already begun, we are assembled here in this holy place to hear at great length the transcendental message of Godhead, and in this way perform sacrifice. Tvamna sadarshito dhatra dustaram nistitirshatam kalim sattvaharam pumsam karnadhara ivarnavam. We think that we have met your goodness by the will of Providence, just so that we may accept you as captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being. Rohi Yogeshware Krishne Brahmanye Dharmavarmani Swam Kastham Adhono Pete Dharmakam Sharanam Gataha. Since Sri Krishna, the Absolute Truth, the Master of all mystic powers, has departed for his own abode, please tell us to whom the religious principles have now gone for shelter.
Okay, so it's nice, I think. So, in the first canto, first chapter, many famous verses are there, and who can say what some famous verses that we know, or what is happening little bit? Somebody can describe.
The first three verses are the glorification of Bhagavatam, right? We have memorized that. Om Bhagavate Vasu Janmadhyasya Yatha. Glorifying that the Srimad Bhagavatam is the topmost literature written by Vyasadev in his maturity. So one who submissively hears Bhagavatam, Lord will be established in the heart, and it is the ripened fruit of Vedic literature. And it has become even more tasty because it is spoken from the mouth of Shukdev Goswami, who's the parrot. Then Prayana Alpaisha Sabhya, that verse was famous. Kalavasmin Yuge Jana Mandasumandamate, about the Kali Yuga. So all these sages have assembled at Naimisharanya, right? And they have assigned a leader as, what is that?
Sutta Goswami.
Sutta Goswami is a speaker, but Shaunak Rishi is their
Shaunak
leader.
Rishi.
Shaunak Rishi is the leader of the sages of Naimisharanya, and they're asking question to Sutta Goswami. And they were telling Sutta Goswami that you have all the qualities of a great disciple, and you have heard directly from Vyasdev, they said. Shukdev. Of course, Sutta Goswami was sitting when Shukdev Goswami was speaking to Parikshit Maharaj. So he has heard Bhagavatam. So now these sages are asking the question. The question they asked was, what is ultimate, absolute good for people in general? Now that Kali Yuga has begun and is the age of where people are always disturbed and short-lived and quarrelsome, lazy, misguided. So, what is the greatest good for the people in general? And they were asking other questions also. So, I think there are 5 questions that they ask.
Tell us about the adventurous pastimes of the Supreme Lord. And
Also, why he appears.
why he appeared.
What is the purpose why he appeared? So,
Tell us about, and Kali Yuga deteriorates all the good qualities of the human being. So, okay.
that verse is also memorized, right? Apana samshritam ghoram yanam vishnu. Tatasadivinochitaya viveti swayambhaya.
Yes, living beings.
Holy name.
And about the devotees that they can easily, very quickly sanctify those who come in touch with them. But the water of the Ganges does it after a long time.
That was, that is there.
So,
another verse is that Tirthi Kurvanti Tirthan is not the verse, but this is another verse, right? It says, the water of Ganges can sanctify. Okay.
Yeah. So there are 5 questions or six questions mentioned in the first chapter here. What is the absolute and ultimate good for people in general? That is 1. What is the essence of all scriptures for the good of all living beings? Tell us that. That is in the 11th verse. And then what is the purpose of Krishna's appearance? That is the 12th verse. And tell us about the Purush avatars and Leela avatars. That's the 2 other questions. And then whom did the religious principle take shelter when Krishna disappeared? That's the last verse. So these are the 6 questions raised by the sages.
So we can paste it in the chat if you have a soft.
Yeah, these are my notes. But let's see. I can paste it. And I also have where the answers are to each of these verses. Let me paste it. In all the subsequent chapters, the answers will be given.
Okay. So if you want, we can also put in our notes. We can copy it and put it in notes. Okay. All right, so this is the first chapter. Tomorrow we'll read the second chapter. Okay, so because we already read the purport, I don't want to read only the translation without the purport, but we already read the purports of all these verses because we are on this now 6th canto. So
yeah, I think this is good. It gives us a sequence of flow of things and a bigger picture of what's going over.
We can do like that with Bhagavad Gita also and other books.
Yeah, there is a book by Gauranga Darshan Prabhu. I have it on Kindle. It's called Bhagavat Pravaha. So that's what he does. He does an overview of the whole of Bhagavatam, section by section. Yeah, the first thing he has is 6 questions. So maybe that is also good if we do this and then read his summary.
So after each chapter we can read if there is chapter wise, if it's chapter.
Yeah, it's chapter wise. Okay. Yeah.
That also. Yeah. So we get the flow of the Bhagavatam and everything. So there are 330 chapters.
I think he has a lectures also on each chapter.
Yeah, lecture may take too much time.
Yes, classes.
But yeah, we can read the. So Bhagavatam has how many chapters? 330 chapters. So in 1 year, if you
But
read
some chapters are very big. I don't know.
335, 335. Okay, yeah. So about a year and 2-3 months we can finish all. And meanwhile, we will also do the word this, so the whole Bhagavatam will be covered. Okay. So which verse we are on? Let's see. This husband and wife, they try to increase their happiness, but results in distress. Okay. The Supreme Lord is painting a very pessimistic picture. Okay. Now we are on. Yeah, I think we read this. Persons who try to read. I think we will read this verse. एतवानेव मनुजैर् योग नैपुण्य बुद्धिभि स्वार्थः सर्वात्मना ज्ञेयो यत्परात्मैका darshanam. Persons who try to reach the ultimate goal of life must expertly observe the Supreme Absolute Person and the living entity who are one in quality in the relationship as part and whole. This is the ultimate understanding of life. There is no better truth than this. So, those who want to reach the ultimate goal of life should know the difference between themselves and God. God is whole, and we are part, and we are one in quality because we are sample of the whole. So we are one in quality, but we are different in quantity. That is the philosophy of
Chintya bheda bhed tat.
Achinti Veda.
Achintya Bheda Bhed, simultaneous oneness and difference. So because you are part, now knowing that the nourishment of the part only happens when you serve the whole. Right? When the whole is served, then the part gets nourished. So knowing this, one should serve basically. There is no better truth than this means there is no better truth than recognizing yourself as part and subordinate to the Lord. And that's why you should serve the whole for yourself to be nourished. So that means you are a servant of Krishna. There is no better truth than this. This is the ultimate truth. The soul, Jivera Swarup Hoy Krishna Nitya Das. So that is the truth. Okay. Any other comments? Okay, so we'll read the next verse. Tvam etat shraddhaya rajan apramato vacho mama jnana vijnana sampanno dharayan ashu siddhyasi. O king, if you accept this conclusion of mine, means the previous conclusion, being unattached to material enjoyment, adhering to me with great faith, and thus becoming proficient and fully aware of knowledge and its practical application in life, you will achieve the highest perfection by attaining. So to attain Krishna is to attain the highest perfection. Sometimes we say, what is the highest perfection? Highest perfection is to attain love of God, right? It's to attain Krishna. When you attain love of God, means you are in your constitutional position. So you are, yeah, and he's saying that if you accept this conclusion that you are the part and I am the whole, and that's why you have to serve me, and being unattached to material enjoyment. So we should not be unattached to material enjoyment, and keeping great faith in Krishna, and then applying the knowledge, whatever we hear in our day-to-day life, practical application of the knowledge, implementation of what we hear, then we'll attain the highest perfection. We'll achieve Krishna. Okay, that's what it's saying here. Anybody else, anything like this to say? So the formula is given how to attain the perfection of life. Become unattached to material enjoyment, accept that you are servant of Krishna, and of course then whatever, have faith in Krishna, and apply the knowledge that you have heard in your life. Okay. The last chapter, last verse. Shishuka uvacha Ashvasya Bhagavan Itham Chitraketum Jagadguru Pashyatastasya Vishwatma Tataschantar Dadhe Hari. Sri Shukdev Goswami continued, after thus instructing Chitraketu and assuring him of perfection in this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the Supreme Spiritual Master, the Supreme Soul, Sankarshan, disappeared from that place as Chitraketu looked on. Okay, so Chitraketu Maharaj had the association of Sankarshan because of the blessings of Narad Muni. Narad Muni gave him the prayers, and then so he disappeared, Sankarshan. So Mother Parvati curses Chitraketu. So now Chitraketu has seen the Supreme Lord. Then what happens? The 17th chapter is summarized as follows. This chapter describes Chitraketu's receiving the body of an asura or demon because of joking with Lord Shiva. So he was a great devotee. He had the audience of the Supreme Lord, like he saw the Lord. But then he became a demon because he joked with Lord Shiva. After personally talking with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, so after meeting Sankarshan, King Chitraketu enjoyed life in his airplane with the women of Vidyadhara planet. So we would think that why would that be? Because if he is a devotee of the Supreme Lord, why would be attached to material enjoyment? Maybe in the purports we'll see. Engaging in the congregational chanting of the glories of, maybe he enjoyed with the women with not sense gratification, but chanting of the glories of the Lord. I don't know, we'll see. Engaging in the congregational chanting of the glories of the Lord, he began flying his plane and traveling in outer space. Yeah, so one day while traveling like this, so he had a plane that could fly, and he was chanting the glories of the Lord. After that, he was flying in the sky. One day while traveling like this, he wandered into the bowers of Sumeru mountain, where he came upon Lord Shiva embracing Parvati, surrounded by an assembly of Siddhas, Charanas, and great sages. So Lord Shiva had probably put his hand or something, and he was embracing Parvati, and there were all the different devotees or different beings there. Seeing Lord Shiva in that situation, Chitraketu laughed very loudly because he was doing this kind of thing in public. But Parvati became very angry at him and cursed him. Because of this curse, Chitraketu later appeared as the demon Vritrasur. This is the summary, we will come in the detail. Chitraketu, however, was not at all afraid of Parvati's curse, and thus he spoke as follows. So Parvati cursed him, but he was not afraid of the curse. Everyone in human society enjoys happiness and distress according to his past deeds. And in this way, so Chitraketu Maharaj, in response to Parvati's curse, he is speaking. Everybody enjoys according to their past deeds in this way, and in this way he travels in the material world. Therefore, no one is responsible for his happiness and distress. We are all, our own karma is responsible for all the things that happen. One is controlled by the influence of material nature in the material world. Yet, one thinks himself the doer of everything. So, we are governed by the laws of karma and the modes of material nature. But we think I am doing like that. So, humility, as Keshav Maharaj was saying, means three things, right? He was saying, when you do something good in Krishna's service, you should think, I am not the doer. I am not the doer. I don't deserve this. First is I am not the doer. Of course, when we do bad things, we should think I am the doer. But when we do good things, then we should not think I am the doer. I am not the doer. So we will not get false ego that I did it. I am not the doer. I don't deserve anything. And the third thing is I am servant. Krishna, like that. These three things constitutes humility. I am not the doer. I don't deserve anything. I don't deserve respect, or I don't deserve all the good things that are happening to me. I am not the doer, and I am servant of Krishna, or servant of Krishna's devotees. In this material world, which is made of the external energy of the Supreme Lord, one is sometimes cursed and sometimes favored. And thus he sometimes enjoys in the upper planetary systems and sometimes suffers in the lower planets. But all the situations are the same because they are within this material world. Of course, we don't like to be in a bad situation. We don't like to suffer, right? Who likes to suffer? Nobody likes to, unless you are Kunti Devi. So, but we have been sometimes in good situations, sometimes not in such good situations. But here Bhagavatam Prabhupada is saying that they are all in the material world. So they are all same. None of these positions has any factual existence. For all of them are temporary. So it is there today and gone tomorrow. So that is why it is not permanent. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate controller because the material world is created, maintained and annihilated under his control. While he nonetheless remains neutral to these different transformations of the material world in time and space. So, yeah. He is the ultimate controller. We are not the controllers. We are tiny. We can desire and Krishna will fulfill our desires. The material external energy of the Supreme Personality of God is in charge of this material world. Like a child may desire toys, but he doesn't have any money to buy the toys or anything like that. He may see somebody playing with toys and he may desire toys or he may desire so many things. But he has no money. Then the father will come and say, oh, you want this? Okay, I'll buy it for you. Something like that. We desire, but we on our own, we don't have the capacity to fulfill our desires. So Krishna comes along and says, oh, you desire this? Okay, let me help you out. Let me help you in this way. And that's when our desires get fulfilled. So even material desires. Without the Lord's help, we cannot even fulfill any desire. We can only desire, but we cannot fulfill any desire. So, the Lord has to make arrangements. But we are responsible because we are telling the Lord, I want this, or the Lord is detecting our desire and fulfilling. So, we are responsible for our karma. Otherwise, the Lord is helping me. I didn't do anything. I desired. The Lord helps the world by creating situations for the living entities within it. So He creates different situations for living entities according to how they want to enjoy. Krishna creates situation. Okay. When Chitraketu spoke in this way, all members in the great assembly in which Lord Shiva and Parvati were present were astonished. So he was cursed and he is speaking about, Oh, everybody gets according to their past karma, we are not the controllers, we are not the doers, and like that is saying Krishna is in charge. Okay. So everybody was thinking, wow, what a great consciousness he has. He's not in the mood of retaliation or anything like that. Then Lord Shiva began speaking about the devotees of the Lord. What is that verse he spoke? Narayana. Narayana.
परा सर्वे न कुतश्चन बिभ्यति स्वर्ग अपवर्ग नरकेषु अपि तुल्यार्थदर्शी.
Okay. A devotee is neutral in all conditions of life, whether in the heavenly planets or hellish planets, whether liberated from the material world or conditioned by it, and whether blessed with happiness or subjected to distress. Neutral means he accepts whatever is coming, he accepts, and like that. Not being affected by it, he still carries on. He remains Krishna conscious, even because knowing that this all will pass, everything will pass in this world, and it is like a dream. All this, my mind is interpreting this way, that way. So, of course, when we have physical ailments, we feel the pain, but otherwise, it's also mind also interpreting many situations. And if you just change the disposition of the mind, the same situation you can view it in a different way, completely different way. So, as what is that verse? Avanti Brahmana says like that. Right? The mind is the cause of happiness and distress. When we see somebody has something and we don't have, we feel distress. Oh, I don't have that. He has it. Like Onida TV. Onida TV, when I was growing up, this neighbor's envy, owner's pride. Oh, he has a nice TV. At that time, TVs were not so available easily. Oh, my neighbor has a TV, I don't have. And then you become depressed or distressed about it. I don't have the money to buy the TV, but he has it. So like that, all this. But you think, no,
Also,
huh?
like we say, Dvaita Bhadra Bhadragane Manodharme Bhalai Mandai Shubhram. Happiness and distress is all illusion because it's all a dream. It's also what he's saying.
Correct, yes. It's all like a dream in which we are thinking, I am this. And dream starts with the identification with the body. I am this, I am that, I am male, I am female, this is who I am. Okay. So, these are all merely dualities created by the external energy. So these dualities. We want happiness, then we get distress also. Material world is full of heat and cold, honor and dishonor, like that. This is all dualities of this material world. Birth and death. Being influenced by the external energy, the living entity accepts a gross and subtle material body, and in this illusory position, he apparently suffers miseries. Okay. Although everyone is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, so sometimes we are in illusion. So we think, oh, I lost this, I lost that, and then we are suffering. But actually, it was not yours in the first place. But because you have the illusion that this was mine and I lost it, it was not really belonging to you. But you were in the illusion that it belonged to you. So now, if somebody dies in our family, we feel depressed, distressed if we love them. Right? Chitraketu Maharaj also, his son died. He was feeling very sad. But does the child belong to you? No, the child doesn't belong to you because he is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. And he knew it from the beginning, right? I mean, everybody knows that the relationships are not going to stay in this world. no matter how great relationship you have. But we become in the illusion that, oh no, this is going to last forever. My relationship is going to last forever. It's with this person or whatever. So we are in illusion. We are thinking, and when it gets broken, then we say, how can it be? How can it happen like that? Because you're in illusion. All the relationships, everything is going to break in this world. So, but of course, we feel that we lost that person. Now we cannot have any relationship with that person, that loving relationship that you had. Now you cannot have it because he's gone. So also when Prabhupada passed away, all the disciples of Prabhupada were crying, because now Prabhupada is, that physical presence is not there. So, but it is going to be broken, right? We have to start any relationship. If we start, we have to know the reality. Whether you are becoming a father or mother, you have to know that this relationship is not eternal and it's going to break at some point. It's only a matter of time. So and in this illusory position, he apparently suffers miseries. Either it can break even when both are living because of some disagreement and things like that, or somebody dies. Although everyone is part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. But we remain in illusion. We are thinking, yeah, ahani bhutani, ahani bhutani.
Gachanti yamalanti. Yes, avarichanti kim aschirata par.
Everybody is dying, we see, but I am living as if I am not going to die. So that is the illusion. So in this illusory position, he apparently suffers miseries. The so-called demigods. So we have to accept the truth of life. Yes, there is next life. I am the soul. I am not this body. Krishna is God. I am his servant. So then we will not, and this life is temporary. And all these things will be like part of our life. So our thinking, our thought process. So we will not be in illusion. The so-called demigods consider themselves independent lords, and in this way they are misled from understanding that all living entities are part of the Supreme. So sometimes demigods get puffed up by pride and they think they are independent. This chapter concludes by glorifying the devotee and the Supreme Personality of God. Okay. So Lord Shiva said, yeah, Chitraketu Maharaj got a curse, but see how equipoised he is. He's thinking. And these are the devotees of Lord Narayan. They are not afraid.
But whether somebody did anything wrong or like Prabhupada will say mixed things here. Chitraketu was joking. I mean, what was he doing actually? Was he laughing at Shiva?
Yeah, that will read in the purports what he says. Yeah, whether
sometimes we also make mistakes, right? So then when difficulties happen, we should learn from the mistake, and this can be an offense also to a Vaishnav. Vaishnav is doing something and we start to laugh or criticize him, right? So then we have to face the results of our offense. So we should learn also from if we have done a mistake.
Maybe he was praising in his laughter or he was mocking at Lord Shiva. He was thinking, because it's like, I am drinking. I have a bottle of wine in my hand and I'm giving a seminar on the harmful effects of drinking. And you all are listening. And I have a bottle of wine in my hand and I'm drinking a little bit in between. Yeah. Right? Then you will all laugh, right? What kind of... That's a natural reaction in one sense, if you see.
Yeah. See, the same thing happened when Brahma got attracted to his own daughter, and they were the 6 sons of Marich who laughed at Brahma. But That was an offense, a Vaishnava Prad, and Brahma cursed them to become demons.
Correct.
They were the 6 sons of Devaki.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so should we? I mean, it's a sometimes some comedy is happening, like when you naturally you like they say when Duryodhan, right? Did Draupadi laugh when Duryodhan
Yeah, yes.
that illusory thing was
Fell,
there?
fell in water, yeah.
So it maybe he is laughing. Chitraketu Maharaj is laughing either because he's thinking only Lord Shiva can do such a thing. Means he's maybe like he's having Parvati on his lap or embracing, and he's speaking. I think he was speaking also or on giving a class and different
Yeah,
people
he was addressing the sages on renunciation.
on renunciation. So naturally, like it is like you feel like what is this going on? Somebody is smoking a cigarette and he's giving a while giving a seminar on the harmful effects of smoking, and he's smoking a cigarette. Then you think it's like ridiculous, right? This is not. So maybe that's why he laughed, or he thought maybe, oh Lord Shiva is so great that he can say all these things. He's completely renounced, although he's doing this. And he's expressing his. Maybe we'll see what Prabhupada says. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to understand what exactly was going on, but we read these purports before. But let's see.
And there
Shishuk.
were other sages as well, right?
Huh?
I was saying there were so many people as well, but no one else was laughing. Only Chitraketu Maharaj laughed.
That also maybe, yeah. They were all taking notes, maybe Lord Shiva was speaking. And yeah. But then
But
the.
Vaishnavas cannot be judged by their external behavior also. It's like, if somebody can judge by their, oh, this is a renunciation, I think there's some words like that. It's together if they are
Vaishnavera Kriya
eating.
Mudra,
Uh,
Vijay na bhujay.
yeah, so we cannot judge by what they are doing externally.
Correct.
But that's
Or was it Parvati's? Lord Shiva did not feel bad, but because Parvati had big false ego that my husband is being criticized, oh, this is not good. I'll curse him. So that could be also there, where Lord Shiva himself did not take offense because he's saying, see how great the devotees are. So if he had taken offense, he would have said something like, he would not have.
Yeah. Lord Shiva is the Vaishnavanam Yathashambhu, even in the case of, who's that? Parvati's father,
Daksha, Daksha.
Daksha. He
Daksha.
said so much, but Lord Shiva was quiet. He didn't participate. And then all his followers, there was cursing, counter cursing going on.
And maybe Lord Shiva was upset with Parvati for cursing Chitraketu or not. We'll see. Yeah. So many things are there. Let's see. Sri Shuka Uvacha Yatashantarhito Nantas Tasye Kritvadishe Namaha Vidyadharas Chitraketus Chachara Gagane Charaha. So Shukdev Goswami said, after offering obeisances to the direction in which Ananta, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, had disappeared, Chitraketu began traveling in outer space as the head of the Vidyadharas. Then we'll see about the ladies and all this. Okay, we'll read the verse. Being praised by great sages and saints and by the inhabitants of Siddhalok and Charanlok. So he offered obeisances to the direction in which Ananta says, Ananta departed. And then he was being praised by different sages. Chitraketu Maharaj, the most powerful mystic yogi, wandered about enjoying life for millions of years. I don't know, he was enjoying spiritually or materially, because normally we would think. With bodily strength and senses free from deterioration, he traveled within the valleys of Sumeru mountain, which is the place of perfection for various kinds of mystic power. So he was traveling all around. In those valleys, he enjoyed life with the women of Vidyadhara Lok by chanting the glories of the Supreme Lord Hari. So he was chanting. And maybe he had so many wives already previously, right? Chitraketu Maharaj had married so many times. So they were all his wives who were going. But it says the women of Vidyadhara Loka. And he was with them, he was chanting the glories of Supreme Lord Hari. It is to be understood that Maharaj Chitraketu, although surrounded by beautiful women from Vidyadhar Loka, did not forget to glorify the Lord by chanting the holy name of the Lord. It has been proved in many places that one who is not contaminated by any material condition, who is a pure devotee, engaged in chanting the glories of the Lord, should be understood to be perfect. So he was chanting, but he was not affected by any material condition. He is a pure devotee. So that's what he's saying here. Okay. So Ekadasa Vimanena, once upon a time in his airplane, Vishnu Dattena Bhasvata, given by Lord Vishnu, this airplane, Girisham Dadrishe Kachan. So he saw Lord Shiva, Paritam Siddhacharane, surrounded by all the Siddhas and all the Charanas. Alingya means embracing. Alingya Anki Kritam Devim. So he saw Lord Shiva embracing Parvati. Bahuna Muni Sansadi. And with his arm. Bahu means his arm. Muni Sansadi in the presence of great saintly persons. Uvacha Devya Srinvantya. So he spoke. Devya, okay. Jaho Sochestadantike. So he spoke and Parvati heard. He was within the hearing of Parvati. One time, while King Chitraketu was traveling in outer space on a brilliantly effulgent airplane given to him by Lord Vishnu, he saw Lord Shiva surrounded by Siddhas and Charanas. Lord Shiva was sitting in an assembly of great saintly persons and embracing Parvati on his lap with his arm. Chitraketu laughed loudly and spoke within the hearing of Parvati. Okay, so we'll read this verse. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says in this connection, Bhaktim Bhutim Harid Tattva Swavichedhanubhutaye Devya Shapena Vritratvam Nitvatam Swantike Nayat. The purport is that the Supreme Personality of Godhead wanted to bring Chitraketu to Vaikuntha Lok as soon as possible. So after Ananta Dev saw him and blessed him, then he wanted Chitraketu to come back home, back to Godhead as soon as possible. So that is the whole thing is happening under the Lord's plan. The Lord's plan was that Chitraketu to be cursed by Parvati to become Vritrasur, so that in next life he could quickly return home, back to Godhead. There have been many instances in which a devotee, acting as a demon, has been brought to the kingdom of God by the mercy of the Lord. So why he has to go through demon body, we don't know. The Lord could have immediately taken him back to home. The question can be raised, right, logically, that why he has to go through like another birth. He can, after that birth, without being cursed also, he could have gone back to God. For Parvati to be embraced by Lord Shiva was natural in a relationship between husband and wife. This was nothing extraordinary for Chitraketu to see. Nonetheless, Chitraketu laughed loudly to see Lord Shiva in that situation, even though he should not have done so. Thus he was eventually cursed, and this curse was the cause of his returning home, back to Godhead. Okay, so it doesn't say that Lord Shiva was speaking to. He was surrounded by Siddhas and Charanas, but maybe he was some other place it's mentioned. Let's see. Yeah. Well,
No, it says that there have been many instances in which a devotee acting as a demon has been. I mean, Bhagavatam is full of these instances of being cursed. I mean, Bhagavatam starting only Parikshit Maharaj is getting cursed, although he's a pure devotee, but still he does an act which is, we don't understand why he does it, right? While putting the dead snake on the shoulder of the Shamik Rishi.
yeah.
Same thing here. Yeah, looks like Chitraketu Maharaj, he's got darshan of the Lord, he's a pure devotee, but why he's doing such an act? Sometimes these things are done under Yoga Maya, like we have heard, right? Parikshit Maharaj putting the net. It was under Yoga Maya, because Krishna was arranging for Bhagavatam to be spoken and him to be cursed.
Yeah. So Arjuna was also put into like bewilderment so that Bhagavad Gita could be spoken.
Same case with Dhruva also. Like after getting the darshan of Lord Vishnu, he killed all the who was that? The snake. Yakshas, yeah.
And then Gajendra was also cursed.
Yeah, King Indradumna cursed to become Gajendra.
No, not Gajendra. I mean, in his previous life, yeah, Indradumna was cursed. Okay, but that curse was, they are saying, blessing in disguise so that they could return quickly home back to Godhead. Of course, then the story has to be there and all these things. So, okay, we'll stop here. Anybody like to share?
Yeah, I mean, the pastime that you recited yesterday about Jagannath, I want to read it from the Gaur Govind Maharaj book.
Okay, we have it in Kindle. This book we
I
don't have it.
have it, and now it's not available in Kindle, but I have it. I can share my screen.
Oh, I also might have bought it. One minute, let me see. So they removed it from. Yeah, that's it was. Okay, if you're sharing your screen, that's fine. Then you don't have to.
Yeah, for 15 minutes, 15-20 minutes. Okay, so this chapter is the 3 logs of wood. Another story is given by the
I can't see
Goswami.
the screen.
You can't see your screen.
Okay, I share again. Just went away. Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, 3 logs of wood. Another story is given by the Goswamis that is practically unknown. It is very confidential. Krishna is always thinking of Srimati Radharani and feeling acute pangs of separation from her. In a dreaming condition or waking condition, he calls out, Radhe, Radhe, Radhe. As the gopis faint, Krishna also faints sometimes, especially when he thinks of Radharani. Once Krishna was deeply thinking of Radharani, feeling acute pangs of separation from her. He fainted. He was completely unconscious. After some time, as if by providential arrangement, Narad Rishi and Uddhav appeared there and saw Krishna lying unconscious. Narad and Uddhav are very dear to Krishna. They know everything, and so they could understand why this condition had come. As Premi Bhaktas, they could understand that Krishna was about to disclose some very mysterious Leela. Therefore, he had come to such a condition. Krishna's acute pang of separation from Radha. Radha Viraha Vidhura Krishna. Narad and Uddhav were in anxiety. How could they get back Krishna's consciousness? Just then, Balram arrived there, and the 3 of them contemplated what to do. They came to the conclusion that if Narad Muni were to sing the glories of Rajbhumi with his Veena Yantra, Narad Muni Bajaye Veena Radhika Ramana Name, then Krishna would get back his consciousness and wake up. Narad said, All right, I agree, but I have one apprehension. As soon as Krishna wakes up, what will happen? Don't you know? Immediately he will run to Rajbhumi. He's mad now. He will not wait for anyone, so a chariot should be prepared. Then they called Daruk, Krishna's chariot driver, and told him to prepare Krishna's chariot. At that time, Uddhav became very grave. After careful deliberation, he said, You are correct, but as far as I have understood, the condition of Rajbhumi is such that if Krishna goes there now and hears the piteous crying of the Vrajvasis, he will not be able to tolerate it. Then the consequences will be very precarious. We will not be able to get back Krishna. There will be no hope at all. Then Narad said to Uddhav, "Oh Uddhav, you are Krishna's very good messenger. You are very dear to him. So I think you should go to Vrajbhumi first and just inform all the Vrajvasis that Krishna is coming from Dwarka. Then they will prepare themselves to welcome him." So they're asking Uddhav to go first so that Vrajvasis are not so sad. Then Krishna will feel sad and will probably stay there, not come back. Mission failed. Hearing this, Uddhav became morose. He said, "I accept whatever you say on my head. I have no objection. When such elevated Vaishnav devotees are requesting me, I cannot refuse. But I have one thing to say. You may already know about this. My friend Lord Krishna once sent me to Vrajbhumi from Mathura. I went there as a messenger and stayed for 3 months. 3 months. I had gone there to give some consolation to Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Mata, the gopis and Radharani. They were feeling the acute pangs of separation from Krishna. But what consolation could I give them? My language failed, my mission failed. They were crying for Krishna day and night, 24 hours. Here in the material world, nobody cries for Krishna. But if someone loses his near and dear ones or his hard-earned money, he cries day and night. To console such a person, one might say, "Why are you crying? In the material world, everything is temporary. Anityam. Jatasya hi dhruva mrityu. One who is born must die one day. So death is certain. Nobody can check it." These are all words of consolation. But what words of consolation could I give to the Vrajvasis? They were crying for Krishna. And if someone wants to cry for Krishna, who is the object of love, how can you say, "Don't cry"? That would be an offense. Rather, my heart says to tell them, "Cry more, cry more, cry more." Therefore, my mission failed. I could not give them any consolation. At last I told them, "I am going back to Mathura and I will try my best to send Krishna to Vrajbhumi immediately." I had given my word to them, but until now it has not taken place. Now, after so many months and years, if I go again to Vrajbhumi and speak like this, they will never put faith in my words. "No, you are a liar, Uddhav. You had promised us before that you will bring Krishna back." They will never put faith in my words. Rather, they will scold me like a cheater. So how can I go? Considering all these things from different angles of vision, Narad and Uddhav requested Balram, "It is better that you go," procrastinating. Then Balram, feeling acute pain in his heart, spoke in a voice filled with great sorrow. "Narad, you see, I would go to Brajabhumi not waiting for anyone. But please consider this. Your Lord Krishna always says, 'Yes, I'll go, I'll go, I'll go.' But he's not actually going to Brajbhumi. He's only procrastinating. I have been to Vrajbhumi and I have seen the condition of the Vrajvasis. I stayed there for 2 months and I also failed to console them. I tried to tell them, 'Please have patience, don't feel so much distress. Krishna will be coming soon.' But their condition is like that of a fish out of water. I understand clearly that without the presence of Krishna, nothing would give them consolation. They cannot survive at all. It is as if they are dying, feeling the pangs of separation from Krishna, and still Krishna has not gone there. Krishna's presence would be a soothing balm for them. They would get back their life, especially Yashoda Mata. She's always crying. I touched her lotus feet and said, 'Mother, as soon as I reach Dwarka, I will make my best efforts to send Krishna to Vrajbhumi. Please wait for some days, Mother.' I have given my word to Mother Yashoda, but what happened? I requested, 'My dear brother Krishna, please go to Vrajbhumi immediately, otherwise they will all die. Give up all your work here, suspend everything and go to Vrajbhumi.' I requested Krishna many times, 'Please make them survive. Your presence will be like a soothing balm, the medicine to save their lives. Otherwise their lives will get out.' I requested him many times. Previously, Krishna would immediately carry out whatever request I made, but he has not carried out this request. He only says, yes, I'll go, but he has not gone until now. Oh Narad, you are all knowing, so please tell me, if I were to go to Vrajbhumi, what would I tell Mother Yashoda? I have already promised Mother Yashoda that Krishna would come to Vrajbhumi. What shall I say? Will Mother Yashoda put faith in my words? She will never put faith in my words. Rather, she will say, Balram, you are a liar. Thinking of the condition of the Vrajvasis, Balram felt such pain in his heart. He said, alas, my dear Vrajvasis, are you still surviving? Oh, my dear Krishna, my brother, your heart is as soft as butter. Navaneet Hridaya. How strange it is that such a soft heart has become as hard as a block of stone. So, everybody is thinking, why is Krishna not going? Krishna's heart is like a stone. But what we have read previously is that Krishna is not going because there are enemies of Krishna, right? Who's that? Jarasandha and others. If they know Krishna's affection for the Vrajvasis, they will try to attack the Vrajvasis, and that will pain Krishna. So Krishna is separating himself so that none of his enemies know that he has his heart in the Vraj, so they don't disturb Vraj. That was one of the reasons. Of course, Krishna wants to give them the love in separation bhav, and that's another reason. So good news. Saying this, Baldev could no longer suppress his mood, and he began to cry. At that time, Subhadra appeared there. She is very intelligent. All right, she said, I will go to Vrajbhumi. I will go first. All of you, please be patient and give up your anxiety. I'll go to Vrajbhumi and sit on the lap of Mother Yashoda. I'll wipe the tears from her eyes and say, oh, my mother, Krishna is coming just now. My two brothers and I started from Dwarka simultaneously. But along the road, many people had assembled. And just to greet him, they have constructed big gates. So many kings, maharajas are standing at the roadside. Innumerable people are carrying aarti plates just to offer puja to Krishna. So he's coming a bit later. I came in advance just to give you this good news. He's coming. Krishna is coming. Similarly, I will go to each gopi and wipe the tears from their eyes and console them. I will tell them, male persons are a little crooked, but we females are very simple. I am a woman, so when they hear from me that Krishna is coming, they will put faith in my words. Then all the Vrajvasis will become very blissful and make arrangements to observe a great festival to welcome Krishna. Uddhav, Narad and Balram agreed unanimously. Yes, this is a very good proposal. Subhadra said, please prepare my chariot. One chariot had already been prepared for Krishna, and now another chariot was prepared for Subhadra. Baladev has great affection for Brajbhumi, so when he saw that Subhadra was ready to get into the chariot, he said, how can I allow my dear brother Krishna to go alone? No, I must go. Subhadra is going, so I will go with her. Uddhav agreed. All right, both of you will go. When you start your journey on the chariot, we will not make any delay. As soon as you leave, Narad Muni will sing Vraj Leela Kahani with his Veena Yantra. Then Krishna will regain his consciousness, and we will send him along immediately. Balram and Subhadra got up into their chariots and started for Vrajbhumi. First Balram and then Subhadra. At the time of Rath Yatra also, Balram's Rath goes first and then Subhadra's Rath follows. This is the procedure. 3 Raths are decorated and Krishna will get up and go last. Drunkard. As soon as the 2 Rathas started out, Narad began to play his Veena Yantra and sing Prema Leela Kahani. When this transcendental sound vibration touched Krishna's ears, he became conscious again and immediately stood in his 3 curved way, Tribhanga Thani. That 3-fold bending form is not in Dwarka. That form is only in Vrajbhumi. In Dwarka, Krishna is a king in royal dress. He is not bent in 3 places. He has no flute and he wears no peacock feather. These are only in Vrajbhumi. Because he was only thinking of Vrajbhumi, at once he became Tribhanga. That was his dream. and his only thought, no thought of Dwarka. Immediately Krishna said, "Where is my flute? Where is my flute? There is no flute in Dwarka. Where is my flute? Who stole my flute? Oh, this must be the work of the gopis. They have stolen my flute." Saying this, he started to run to find his flute. But then he saw Uddhav and said, "Hey Uddhav, why are you in Brajbhumi?" Then the next moment he saw Narad. "Oh Narad, you are here in Braj?" Then he came to his senses. "Is this not Brajbhumi?" Both Uddhav and Narad said, "Oh my lord, we knew you would run to Vrajbhumi. Therefore we have already prepared a chariot for you. Please get into the chariot." Then Krishna, who was always thinking of Radharani, became like a madman. Krishna had become intoxicated like a drunkard. He is only thinking of Radha. Radha Ras Madira. The mellow of Radharani is like a liquor, Madira. Therefore he is drunk, shaking and waving like an intoxicated madman. With much difficulty, Narad and Uddhav caught hold of him and placed him on the chariot. So when Jagannath comes to the chariot during the Rath Yatra festival, he is in that intoxicated condition, shaking and waving. In Jagannath Puri, one can see he is carried to the chariot in this condition. Then Narad ordered Daruk to drive the chariot to Vraj, and Daruk drove off as swiftly as the wind. In the meantime, Baladev's chariot and Subhadra's chariot had reached Vrajbhumi. Arriving in Vraj, Baladev saw that all the inhabitants of Vrajbhumi were as if dying, feeling the acute pangs of separation from Krishna. Baladev thought very deeply, "O Vrajvasis, how are you surviving?" Such an ecstatic mood manifested in the body of Baladev, Ashtashatvika Vikar, Pulaka Shruka Kampa Sweda Vaivarnya, shedding tears, perspiration, and hair standing on end. Because there is no difference between Deha and Dehi, the body of Balram, and he who is inside the body, the mood in his heart manifested outside. This is the form of Baldev, Mahabhav Prakash. That form you will see in Nilachal Dham. Then the same transformation also took place in Subhadra as soon as she saw the condition of the residents of Rajbhumi. So Subhadra could not go to Yashoda Mata because she had become completely ecstatic, Mahabhav Prakash. Now she is completely forgetful. It is as if these two forms are drowning in the ocean of Rajarasa Madhurima. The sweetness of the mellow of Raj is like an ocean, and these two forms are drowning in that ocean. On the other hand, while all this is going on, Radharani's condition has gradually worsened. What has happened to Radharani? She has come completely under the uncontrollable dizziness known as Udrughana. That Adhirudh Mahabhav, the highly advanced stage of ecstatic love, is just like a dying condition. All her Sakhis became doubtful as to whether there was life in Radharani's body. The whole of Rajbhumi was in complete anxiety. Radharani is giving up her body, she cannot survive. Radharani's Kunja is in Nidhivan. She was lying there with her head resting on the palms of Lalita's hands. Her Ashtasakhis were sitting all around her. They could not understand what to do. Lalita and Vishakha were very restless. Sometimes they were singing the names of Krishna in the ears of Radha, and sometimes they would take some cotton and hold it in front of her nostrils to test whether or not she was still breathing. So Ayana Ghosh comes. So we can continue tomorrow, this pastime. That Prabhu is saying, yeah, Maharaj.
I heard something different. Like you say, the 6 month is still there, but I don't know exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, we say that they met for the first time in the Kurukshetra, right? That's the chapter that after 100 years. What is this? When is this happening? Yeah. So that is in the Kurukshetra, the solar eclipse, 100 years. Yeah. So I mean, there are different pastimes of the forms of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, right? So like we have heard of one time when Rohini is speaking to the wives of Krishna, and Subhadra and Krishna and Balrama are hearing, and they got that form, ecstatic emotions. That is one pastime of. This is another, probably coming from some Acharya commentary, but we don't know when Krishna comes to Vrindavan. Yeah, yeah. See, but we have heard that they did not see each other until the solar eclipse Kurukshetra. That was 100 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Even in the Brahad Bhagavatamrita section, we can read from there. When Narad Muni is going about, so Narad, there is a section where Narad Muni is going to Dwarka to see the condition of Krishna, and there Krishna is crying while sleeping, and there's some conversation happening. What's going on? More details there. I can read. That was covered in the retreat. That is mentioned Brihad Bhagavatam, so I can have it for tomorrow also. More details. What's going on in Krishna's mind? So we can see that Krishna is crying. Krishna, like Prabhupada also says, like in the spiritual world, Krishna is crying for us, right? Because he's feeling separation. So here Krishna is crying for the gopis and Radharani.
I like the statement that he.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in the Lalit Madhav drama by Rupa Goswami, it's mentioned that Radharani was so much in distress and separation, she drowned herself in Yamuna. She she died, but then she appeared as Satyabhama. And she Satyabhama is Radharani. So actually she's not separated. She just took a form. So this is all very confusing. Yeah, still, but Krishna does not want to go to Vrindavan. That is such like why Balram has gone, Uddhav has gone, and you know what, Mathura and this is what is very close to Vrindavan. It's like maybe 1.5 hours. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's showing that love and separation bhav is the highest. That's why he always separates himself with the gopis. Even Ras Leela is separated so many times.
Um, yeah, we are on. I will do today two verses. So 1:8:31 and 32. Okay. Gopya adade tvai kritagasi tam tavad yate dasasru kalinjana sam brahmaksham वक्त्रं निनीय भावना स्थितस्य समां विमोहयति भीरपि यद् बिभेति. My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and your perturbed eyes overflooded with tears, which washed the mascara from your eyes, and you were afraid. Though fear personified is afraid of you, this sight is bewildering to me. So, like previous verse is followed by this verse. So, it's talking about that how Krishna's birth and his appearance and all the activities are bewildering. And she is now, Kunti Devi is talking about the pastime. We spent a month, Damodar month of this pastime, that how Mother Yashoda got Krishna and she bound with a rope. And there's so many contradictions that he's fearful by seeing the Mother Yashoda running after him. And he was crying and so much in fear, he's trembling in fear. And that Supreme Lord who is like the fear personified is fear from him, but he is caught by Mother Yashoda. So that is not much to say, but of course we see that in Vrindavan there is different. And outside the Vrindavan is Krishna is glorified in awe and reverence. And even the devotees are, even you see in the Bhagavatam, many devotees started glorifying Krishna's tattva first. That, oh, you are the absolute truth, all the creation come from you. And this, but as far as I know, in Vrindavan, there is no kind of prayers is like that. Oh, you are absolute truth, you are this and that. They have a bhav, they have a just a spontaneous love towards Krishna. Mother Yashoda is not, even in Vrindavan, nobody consider Krishna is a god. Even he does many wonderful activities in killing demons, and every time when Krishna go out with the cowherd boys, and every day he kill one demon and in a different ways, and all the cowherd boys, they were sharing this, that how Krishna did this, killed this demon and performed many wonderful activities. But after hearing all those activities, no one believed that, oh, Krishna is God. They're saying that, oh, Lord Vishnu did that, maybe he's empowered by that Lord. But nobody think like that Krishna himself is a God. And that is the highest form. Even Krishna desires that one can love him in that mood, that because love is higher than power. Is they say that no spontaneous love. We don't when Krishna also forgets his own position, and the devotees also forget his own position. So and then in Chaitanya Charitamrita describe that Mora putra, Mora sakha, Mora pranapati, ei bhave, ei more kare shuddha bhakti. आपना के बड़ा माने आमारे समही sei bhave ha amita tahe tohar adhin. Like that, it says that if one cherishes me with loving devotion to me and thinking like that, I'm his son, I'm Sakha, I'm his friend, and I'm his beloved. So in that mood, if we consider themselves either they are greater than Krishna and or inferior to, and consider Krishna as inferior, and in that mood, Krishna becomes subordinate to him. And you see that many for the devotees, Krishna accept a very menial services. He actually served the service devotees. So in Vrindavan, Krishna is completely. He also forget that by the Yogmaya that he is a god, and he covers her awareness. And similarly, like Kunti, Yashoda, Mother Yashoda. So, but Kunti Devi, she knows that Krishna's majesty. She offering prayers with humility, but she know that in the respect and awe and reverence. So she had that awareness about Krishna. But Krishna enjoys being treated like son, friend, and beloved more than his reverential worship. And And Krishna desired to be conquered by his devotee. In that pastime, when Mother Yashoda, the mother pastime, when the Mother Yashoda running, and she tried, and ultimately she tried. Whole day Krishna was there, and Mother Yashoda was trying to bind him. He didn't go anywhere. That okay, now 3-4 hours passed. You failed to bind me. Now I'm going to play. Now it's done. He was not saying, he was also there, that okay, she's trying, and at the end what happened, Krishna is conquered by his devotees. So Krishna desires to be conquered by his devotee, but of course he saw that that love and determination, that how one so desirous to get Krishna and to bind Krishna. So there's a, for that verse, like who says that, Brahma says that, right? Ye prayaso ajit jito api yasya trasya trilokyam. Um, that verse is talking about that one is throughout all the speculative knowledge, and you cannot speculate Krishna, but if we just surrender our body, mind and words, and all our activities dedicating to the Lord and his narrations, then the devotees certainly conquer the, who is Ajita, who is not conquered by within three world, but it can be conquered by the love of the devotees. Um, Chitraketu Maharaj also saying some similar words, that you are unconquerable, but you are conquered by your devotees. So yeah, devotees with their love they binds Krishna. They and that is a deep spontaneous love we see in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, he's not God. He just Krishna. Yashoda scolds him. Gopis argue with him and chastise the older gopis, chastise Krishna. The Gopas friends wrestling with him and teasing Krishna. He runs after with cows. He steal butters. So this is only and we relish this rasa only when we forget the position that okay, he's my God. Otherwise, this if the awareness of his divinity is there, then the sweetness of relationship may not be there. But I was thinking that, but there is a Vrindavan. These are their Krishna's eternal associates. But as a devotee, as a sadhana bhakta, bhakti matures when we understand the Krishna's tattva. That we understand, oh, this is Krishna is so great, and he is the cause of all the causes. And then we go to the 10th canto. Then we relish the pastime that is so great, but how he come at the platform of very low, and he is doing such wonderful activities. He's relishing. So our devotion, like as a devotee begins their devotion like Kunti Devi. She is very respectful, aware of God's greatness, and then she is glorifying that, oh Krishna, you are ajanma, you are aja, you are unborn, but you took birth, you come in this world. What wonderful activities you do, and you relish that pastime. So when our heart becomes purified with that remembrance or our sadhana, the relationship becomes more spontaneous and sweet, because devotee service should be like, it come to the point when it relates like a more sweeter, not on the mechanical level. So yeah, first we start with the discipline, and when the service becomes natural, and then a growth of bhakti develops, then and our heart becomes softened with that spiritual progress, then we can relish our relationship with the Lord. And bhakti also, like, ultimately it's about that, Lord should enter in our life, in our heart. Our heart should be open, like Mother Yashoda, like Krishna made himself forget his own supremacy to become her child. So if we the devotees always of course, it all come through with the purification of the heart. But when devotees open the heart and then Krishna enters that there and he plays and Krishna becomes own. So, and Krishna also control, his another name is, right, Bhaktavatsal, is controlled by the devotees through their bhakti. And then he reveals his sweetness only to the pure devotees. So it's all about the Vrindavan. And Prabhupada writes in Teachings of Queen Kunti that this in this pastime, when Krishna does this pastime, he exhibit his one of the opulence, and that opulence is beauty. He has his six opulence: wealth, strength, knowledge, renunciation, beauty. Um, what else? Influence is, but Krishna is showing his beauty opulence here. That is so beautiful. His pastime that he gave the Mother Yashoda has right to chastise the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and of course we cannot compare that any devotion, but of course in Vrindavan there is a different level of devotion, because for the Vrindavan there is no other opulence, is all about like Krishna is on personal level. So that is what there. Of course, other devotees also, but devotees means the pure devotees means that only Krishna's pleasure is important. There is no me, there is no I. There is only Krishna's is there without expectation. Anyabhilashita shunyam. There is no. That's what we see um, in Vrindavan. Mother Yashoda has always worries about that, how to what Krishna have not eaten, how to go to the forest. There may be something, she gives so many instruction to Balram that you have to take care when he has to go to herd the cows in middle of the forest. So that is there, like, there is only Krishna is there, no me, no I, nothing. Nothing important. Only Krishna's pleasure is important. And when this kind of, only Krishna is important, then there is a pure love. There is, when if I is, there is saying that I heard many times from Premanand Maharaj that जब हरि थे तब मैं नहीं, जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं. So only one can be there, because the road of love is very narrow, very narrow. So only one can enter. Either I with all the luggage of ego, anger, hatred, and all these things, or either Krishna can be there. So our goal is that there is no I, only is Krishna, and we can follow the footsteps of Brajvasis, how they love Krishna. Because whatever situation comes in the Vrindavan, they just run towards Krishna. That's it. They have only solution that only Krishna is there. Okay. There's many other thing, but in the next verse, I was reading that Kechid ahur ajam jatam punya shlokasya kirtaye yado priyasyana vaye malayasave chandanam. Some say that unborn is born for the glorification of pious king, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu. One of your dearest devotees, you appear in his family as sandalwood appears in the Malaya hills. So now Kunti Devi is talking about that, giving the reasons why you take birth. Some say that, you born because you want to glorify the Yadu dynasty, the pious kings. Is you born to please your devotees, like giving an example of sandalwood appears in Malaya hills. But yeah, so other thing is talking about that, okay, Krishna is why Krishna appears. So Krishna, of course, Krishna appears of his sweet will. In Bhagavad Gita, he gives the two verses that famous verses that yada yada hi dharmasya glanirбхавати bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. And the other verse is Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha duskritam. Dharma sansthapanarthe sambhavami yuge yuge. So he said that in Dharma sanstapana, he wanted to reestablish the principle of religion. So of course, Yudhishthira Maharaj was Dharmaraj, and he established the Dharma after the Kurukshetra war by being the um, king of being king. Yudhishthira Maharaj become the king of Hastinapur. Krishna also says that, okay, you come here to glorify. How he glorified the pious king Yudhishthira, because and only because in that dynasty other kings were also there, but they are not much glorified than King Yudhishthir, because Krishna was there with at that time Krishna appeared, and he was there to glorify, and of course all the war he was there, and he places him as a king. So Prabhupada gives an example, I mean, to understand this analogy, that he gave that chandan, like sandalwood, it can grow in other areas also. In It's not like that is only grown on the Malaya hills, but specifically it is the sandalwood trees were growing more in that hills, Malaya hills, compared to other places, other parts of the world. So it is given a specific name. Like here also, like if you in the US, if you talk about like, okay, this part of the US is famous for something, like let's say Midwest. If I say the Midwest, they are the something where weather, winter season maybe comes in the mind. Some states are famous for some specific things, agriculture or something, whatever. So it is specifically famous for something. It doesn't mean that it's not on the all parts of there, but it. So similarly, Krishna appears in that dynasty, and he was glorified also, right? There is a song, Hariharaya Namaha, Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha. So Yadavaya, he is famous as that, Krishna appears in that Yadu dynasty. So, of course, Krishna gave the reason, and other reason is Krishna, in previous verses also says that Krishna appears to enjoy himself. He also want to relish, enjoy the rasas with his pure devotees, and this gives pleasure to the devotees also. So and it's giving that the rule. So is And he also in the purport it is mentioned that why Nal king was also very pious, but Krishna did not descend for him. So but he descend for um, Yudhishthira Maharaj. He descend for the Pandavas. So yeah, pure devotion is also a deciding factor, not just I mean, uh, it's the only factor. That's why Krishna was always tied to the bhakti, not the virtues. Um, um, Other thing is this verse is what else? It's basically, yes, this is all basically is talking about that. Why is other reason also is Kunti Devi is going to give that why you appear for this and that. But in this verse, she is talking about that why you appears, you because you want to glorify your devotees. Um, he appeared to Devaki, and Devaki was glorified, become his son. He glorified Mother Yashoda. Um, Krishna also known by their name of their devotees, and he actually likes it. These are the primary names of Krishna. So if you call with like Radha Damodar, Radha Shyam Sundar, Yashoda Nanda, Nanda Nandan. So these are, and that's it, Prabhuji. Thing I'm gonna add.
Thank you very much for the nice explanation. Does anybody like to say anything on the what Preeti said about these two verses? Any questions for her? Okay. So who is he has taken birth for the glorification of the great pious king. Did you mention? Maybe I missed. Who was the great pious king?
Yudhishthir Maharaj,
Oh, yeah.
Pandavas.
Okay. Or he took birth, please, King Yadu. Yadu is the one who refused, right, to Yayati. They say like that. Yadu refused, but who accepted? Yadi wanted to exchange his old age for his
Puru
Yeah,
accepted.
his
Puru.
Puru accepted. And the one reason that Yadu refused because he wanted Krishna to appear sooner, something like that. So he didn't want to become old. So
That's why he was cursed by his father, that you will not become the king, nor any of your descendants. That's why Krishna always put Ugrasen as the king and never became the king. Something like that is there.
yeah, when he defeated Kans, then he made Ugrasen as the king. Okay. Anything else? Whatever. So it seems Kunti Devi knows about Damodar Leela that happened in Vrindavan. Although she was in like Hastinapur, right? She knows what has happened. Even when Krishna was coming into Mathura, all the Mathura Vasis knew about the glories of Krishna, how he had lifted Govardhan Hill and everything. So maybe some communication was going on, some news was spreading between Mathura and Vrindavan, what Krishna was doing. Okay. Anything?
Isn't that the Vasudev and Anand Maharaj had conversations?
Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
also. Nanda Maharaj would go to pay taxes to Kansa, and at one time that meeting there happened between Vasudeva and Vasudeva and Nanda Maharaj. Yeah, so that's also, they were going every year to pay taxes. So, okay. So, Lord is controlled by the love of his devotees. That Lord is afraid of the stick of Yashoda, who is creating fear forever. Like we say, out of fear of the Lord, the wind blows, the sun is rising, death is chasing everyone. Like that, the ocean doesn't cross its limits. Everybody is afraid of the Supreme Lord, but that Supreme Lord is afraid of Krishna, the stick of Yashoda. So that is very bewildering to Kunti Devi. Because she is in Aishwarya also, right? She has Vatsalya, but it's also mixed with Aishwarya. So she knows Krishna's. Yashoda is not feeling why my son is being afraid. She's thinking, no, he's my son. Because I'm holding the stick, he's crying. He's afraid. Kunti Devi is thinking, no, no, but he's the Supreme Lord, and that's why it is bewildering to her, but not to Yashoda that Krishna is crying because she is more in Vatsalya Bhava. Okay, so anything else anybody like to say? Otherwise, we can hear something. So I was hearing some pastimes of Jagannath. I talked about Salbeg. There's another devotee, Balram Das, and some of the all the devotees, how they got the mercy. So we'll hear how Jagannath reciprocated with them. You can hear that.
I think two people have raised their hands.
Oh, is it? Sorry. Go ahead. Umakant, Prabhu, and Cindy. Whoever wants to go first.
Prabhuji, I had a question about when you say Vatsalya Bhav, what is the English translation of Vatsalya Bhav?
The parental, like
Parental.
parental, to see the Lord as a child.
Hmm.
The Lord is my child.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, Cindy, you want to say?
Hare Krishna. I just had a couple comments when we were reading about they didn't know Lord Krishna in his own land. That's in the Bible. Jesus had that same experience from when where he was born and raised. They didn't know him. They just saw him as their comrade, And then the Bible says those who have ears to hear and those who have eyes to see. And that's what we're talking about is when we have devotions and bhakti, then we get spiritual vision and we can see the Lord, you know. If we're materialistic in our consciousness, we don't see Krishna anywhere. But when we're in transcendent, we see Krishna everywhere or Christ everywhere. Now, I just had one question. I'll make it quick because I'm on my way to yoga. I'm driving, but for some reason, this YouTube video came up for me last night about ancient aliens and how in the ancient Hindu scriptures they talked about spacecrafts and all, and I'm like so fascinated. I never heard of this before. When we were reading the Bhagavatam and you were reading the same thing I saw last night, like this is not a coincidence. I did not know in the scriptures it talked about spacecrafts and other planets. Like, I'm really fascinated by the ancient scriptures that we've been reading about. They actually showed pictures of these ancient manuscripts. And so what my question is real quick is, we were reading from the Bhagavatam. So which book is that in the Bhagavatam, and which, where is that section at? In which book? Because I know I don't know how many books there are in the Bhagavatam. I only have the first one. That's my question.
How many books are there?
Yeah, how many books in the Bhagavatam, and which one were we reading from today about the spacecrafts?
So this one where Chitraketu Maharaj is going around, that's in the 6th canto. In the 6th canto.
What is the canto? Is that the book?
Yeah, so there is like usually one canto, there's one book or multiple. There's one first canto, part 1, part 2, like that. You have different cantos. So
Right.
yeah, so this is 6th canto. So if you have the
The
whole
sixth
set,
one.
if you have the whole Bhagavatam set, it's the 6th canto.
And how many books are there?
There are 18 books.
There's 6 altogether?
18.
Oh, 18. Okay, that was my question. Okay.
Totally there are 18 books.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I can't pronounce I can't pronounce some of the names, so you just have to forgive me until Chitraketu. Okay, thank you for taking the time in my question. Hare Krishna. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, so we will. 5 minutes.
No sound. Baby.
Yeah, one more. But this is in Hindi. Okay, we can play some English lecture. Let's see. We'll do another one. Let's hear Keshav. Okay. Always remember Krishna. We heard that? Always remember Krishna. Maybe we
Devotion or service.
desire management.
Secondary school, and we had to